The next part is currency swaps. So when you think of currency swaps, what you need to visualize is currency swap is the only swap that exchanges at inception. So let us take UK and let us take the LIBOR rates for UK. Let us say that the rate for 90 days LIBOR is 110. For 180-day LIBOR, it is 130. For 270-day LIBOR, it is 150. And for 360, it is 170. Now, these four rates that I've given are in BPS. Similarly, let us take US and let's take us LIBOR for US. So 90-day LIBOR rate in the US is 180 BPS. 180-day rate is 200 BPS. 270-day rate is 220 BPS, and 360-day rate is 250 BPS. Now, what you need to know is that 1 BPS, or rather 100 BPS, is equal to 1%. Okay, so that is your conversion, and your initial spot rate is given to you as $1.5 per pound. You have to structure a fixed to fixed swap and find out the cash flow. The reset frequency for this swap is a quarterly frequency, so it is quarterly settlement, and structure a fixed to fixed swap. Now in a currency swap, it is a little different as compared to our initial swap. There are three primary steps that take place in a currency swap. So what are those three steps? The first is the step one, which is your initial exchange. So let us assume for US, you want 1 million pounds, and here in UK, you want the equivalent USD. Okay. So these are your notional principles that have been given to you for UK and US respectively. Now, how does the initial exchange work? In the first step, that is the initial exchange, the UK party will give the US party 1 million pounds. That is what it requires. 1 million pounds. And the US party in return gives the UK party equivalent USD. Now, how do you calculate the equivalent USD? Your spot rate is already given to you. Your spot rate is how much? It is $1.5 per pound. So that is why it is going to be $1.5 million. This is the first step of the swap. In the second step of the swap, during the LIBOR time, you are going to pay some coupon to the US party, and the US party is going to pay some coupon to the UK party. And how do you calculate that coupon? Just like we use to price the swap. So let's go back and first price our swap. So let's start with UK. Let's calculate the pricing the swap for UK first. So we have 90-day LIBOR and our percent is 1.1%. So press 1.1 percentage into 90 divided by 360. Why into 90 divided by 360? Because we need to annualize that rate while calculating the discount factor. So into 90 divided by 360 plus 1 equal to, and then you say 1 by x, and then you say STO1. That value should be equal to 0.9972. Similarly, we are going to calculate the rest three percentages. Then you use, once you found out the rates and stored their values, you use the pricing the swap formula, which is pricing of the swap is equal to 1 minus Z4 divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 plus Z4. Okay. You use this formula and you price the swap. And once you use this formula and the discount factors that you've already calculated, you place them here, and then you will get a rate which is equal to 0.42%. Okay. Now this is not the final price of swaps, and this is the beauty with LIBOR. LIBOR is a quarterly rate. A LIBOR is taking into account 90 by 360, and hence it is 1 by 4. That is why when you take out the pricing of the swap, you need to multiply this rate by 4, and that is the price of your swap. So you multiply this rate by 4, and then you get 1.68%, which is the price of your swap for quarterly basis. Okay, this is your per quarter rate, and once you this is your annual rate. So your annual the price of a swap is always quoted in annual terms, and that is why you have to multiply this by 4, which is 1.68 percentage. Similarly, we will do for US, and once you do it for US, you will get this as 2.47 percentage, which is this rate once you found out using the price formula multiplied by 4. So I've already multiplied this rate by 4. Okay. Now once we have these rates, let's go back to our step 2. Now in step 2, what is going to happen? In step 2, you're going to pay the coupon respectively. So the UK party and the US party, this is your US party, this is your UK party. Now they both are going to pay the coupons on these amounts, respective amounts. And how are they going to pay it? The UK party has borrowed in dollars, so now it is going to pay them back $1.5 multiplied by your quarterly rate, which is US quarterly rate 2.47 percentage divided by 4. Okay, now we are taking only quarterly rate. Similarly, the US party is going to pay UK a coupon of £1 that they have borrowed multiplied by their quarterly rate, which is 1.68 percentage divided by 4. Okay, this transaction is going to take place in step number 2. Now in step number 3, that is after the period of the swap is over, in step number 3, the UK and the US are again going to transfer back their notional principals that they initially borrowed in step number 1, and step number 3 is the exact opposite of step number 1. So now the UK gives the US back $1.5 million, whereas the US party gives UK party £1 million. Okay, £1 million. This is what happens in a currency swap. So let me repeat this so that you understand this clearly. Initially, they have exchanged exactly what amounts they wanted. In the second step, what is happening is they are paying coupon rates based on their individual coupons that they would have otherwise received on their money in their individual countries. So in US, the US party would have received 2.47% divided by 4, because now we're calculating quarterly amount based on 1.5 million. Okay, now this is million and this one is also in million. That is how we calculate coupon based on the notional principal. And then in the last step, they exchange the amounts that they initially borrowed to end the swap, and this step happens after the maturity of the swap is over. Now let's move on with the question and take the next part of the question. After 30 days, these are the rates in the market. For the UK, this is the LIBOR rate and these are the basis points. For 60 days, it is 90. For 150 days, it is 100. For 240 days, it is 110. And for 330 days, it is 120. Similarly, in the US, after 30 days, your LIBOR and basis points are, after 60 days, it is 190. For 150 days, it is 250. For 240 days, it is 300. And for 330 days, it is 320. These are the rates after 30 days. Now, the change in this is that the new exchange rate after 30 days, the new exchange rate is now $1.75 instead of 1.5 per pound. Okay, this is the new exchange rate. Now you have to value this swap. You have already priced the swap. If you go back, you have already priced the swap. Now you have to value the swap. And now it is the same process that we've done before while calculating the fixed amount. So let's do it for the US party first. So for the US party, let's calculate the total value. So this is your timeline and you have to value it at 30 days. You already have been given 90, 180, 270 and 360. Now, what are your coupon amounts? Your coupon amount you have already calculated is 1.5 million into 2.47% divided by 4. So this coupon amount then if you calculate it, it comes to, so it is 9,262.5, and that is the same constant coupon that you're going to get at every quarter, right? 9,262.5. And here what do you get? Like in our bond payment, we get 9,262.5 plus your notional your face value. What is the face value? 1.5. So you will also get 1.5 million. Okay. Now you simply have to discount this backwards using the 30 days valuation rates. So now this you have to discount for 60 days. And what is your 60 days rate in US? It is already given as 1.9 percentage. So how will you discount it? You first calculate all the Z factors. So your first Z factor is going to be 1 divided by 1 plus 190. So it is going to be 1.9 percentage into 60 divided by 360. And the second is going to be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 2.5 percentage multiplied by 150 divided by 360, and so on and so forth. All four you have to do them. And once you've done them, what is going to be your valuation? Your valuation is going to be using the formula coupon multiplied by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 plus Z4 plus your face value multiplied by the fourth discount factor, that is Z4. And then your valuation turns out to be, this amounts to 1,493,733.58. This is your valuation in dollars. Okay, this is the value in dollars. And similarly, we will also do it for the UK party. So for the UK party, again, you have to do the same way. You have to plot that on a timeline. So this is 90, 180, 270, and 360. Then you have to calculate the coupon amount. Your coupon amount here is 1 million multiplied by 1.68 percentage divided by 4. So your coupon amounts to 4,200. So you have 4,200 quarterly payment, plus you also have the face value, which is 1 million at the end of it. Now these, you have to discount it using the individual LIBOR rates for those number of days. And after you do the same way, your valuation then amounts to 1,005,819 pounds. Okay, this is your final value. And this value, now you have to convert it to the US dollars using the latest exchange rate. So we multiply this by 1.75, and then it amounts to 1,76,184 dollars. Okay, now this is in dollars. Now once we have found out both in dollars, you need to go back to the question and find out whether you have to calculate the profit from a UK perspective or whether you have to calculate the profit from a US perspective. So let's say that in this case you have to calculate it for a US party. So for a US party, how are you going to do it? You're going to say the value of the US, which is 1493733 minus 1,760,184, and this amounts to approximately 266,450 something like that. And that is the loss. Now this is the loss. Why loss? Because your US party is getting how much this, but how much is your UK party valuing this? So from a US perspective, it is a loss to you. Okay, that is how you value a currency swap.